Hello, everyone. This is Kastanes. Uh, I'm doing something unusual today. I am doing a video. It's not about Van Chicagoland, which I run on Facebook. It's about me and my prostate cancer diagnosis, recovery, and being cancer free. And it's my story. So here we go. Uh, In 2019, like late November or December, I felt a little strange. I went to the bathroom a lot, and after urinating and all that, I had a burning sensation, and something was up. So luckily, I had a appointment with the doctor to have a checkup, and he did some blood work, and he noticed my PSA went up in 7.5. And that's unusually high. And he was very concerned. He said, "You have to go see a urologist." I said, "I don't know one." And asked my mother, and she knew one because my father, when he was alive, he had a urologist. He had prostate cancer, but it was very little, and then he had little radiation. He was fine, thank goodness. And so we went to made an appointment with him, but you know how that goes with with the prostate. He says, "I feel a lump." So make an appointment for a biopsy. And he did. We went December 2nd, like that, and that was done. Not very uncomfortable, and a little painful. Always worth it. Then we had an appointment on December 10th, and we went to see my mother and I went to see Rogers, and he told me you are diagnosed as prostate cancer. You have that, and I felt a little numb. I didn't like that. I look at my mom's face; she was terrified. It's horrible. Uh, so I asked him, "Doctor, what should I do?" You should but I can't accept you because you're on Medicaid and you have to go find someone else. And I said, "Oh, lovely." That made me happy. My mom was not thrilled. As soon as we left the doctor's office, she forgot she was late and she has called them names. Not nice. That's how she is. Anyway, um, so luckily, I found a doctor, a urologist, online, and he was located in Berwyn at McNeil Hospital at the Urologist Center. Made an appointment in January. My mother and I went to see him. He wasn't my doctor. He was another doctor that worked there, but he left, and he was very understanding. And I explained what happened, and he said, "Yes, you should get operated." And he didn't like what happened. What happened to me with the other doctor? I could look in his eyes, and it was like, "Ooh." He said it probably in his mind, he goes, "What a dumb thing to do." Okay, and fine. Anyway, so we made an appointment with Dr. Tatanchi. That's my doctor. That's my urologist. And we went to see him a little later, probably March or something like that. That was during the pandemic. It intensified, and he says, "You got to be operated. Your cancer is bad. It is ugly." Because I did some scanning before I seen him. Like a bone scan and a body scan, and he said, we gotta remove it. It's operating. It's not spreading, thank God. It's on the bed." So I said, "Okay." So he scheduled me on April 6th, 2020, at McNeil Hospital, right across the street. And I went there, and my mother took me there with my brother. They didn't allow him to come up because of the virus. We didn't know. There was no vaccine or anything at the time, so he had to stay downstairs in the car for 3 or 4 hours. I felt bad, you know. But my mother came out, thank goodness, but she was in the waiting room. And then so I got prepped up for the operation. And the anesthesiologist, and I was under, and when I woke up, the doctor told my mother the operation was very successful. We removed it. And when he went to visit me while I was in the hospital, I go, "How bad was it, doctor?" He says, it could be a horror movie of its own." Kastanes prostate, rated R. This fall. Okay. Anyway, so after that, I had to wear a catheter, and then I had to go see him in about a month, and took some medicine. While I was at home with the catheter recovering, I had developed an infection. I couldn't breathe. It was horrible. Luckily, we went to see him, and he said, "Oh, you got a bad infection." So he removed the catheter, gave me some pills right away, and then I went to the drugstore and picked up the rest and took that. Infection was gone. Before that, he scheduled me for radiation, which was across the street. I said, fine. Scheduled in August 2020. Went there for 39 days. Long. Well, it wasn't that long, but it was about a month. And it was easy. I went there every day, Monday through Friday, for about 5 or 10 minutes. They put me under the machine, zip, zip, done. Unfortunately, they got all of it, but there was like small microscopic cells left on the bed. And so the doctor prescribed, why do I say prescribed? It's prescribed the Orgavix, and I still take that to today. I take a pill every day, and that lowers the PSA because PSA, after I'd done a radiation, it went up a bit, about a 1 point something, and then it went down to zero. And then I recovered, and then in 2021, on October 27, 2021, which will come next month, he told me you're cancer free. Everything is fine. Yeah, I took some blood work before, and it was the happiest day of my life. I kissed my mom. I cried a little. She cried. It's beautiful, and I celebrated. And when I was diagnosed, I felt a little numb, but later on, I was crying every day by myself, angry, angry at God. Ask him why. What did I do? Why are you doing this to me? You know, I've been bullied as a child, ignored, insulted, got the cold shoulder from people because I like different things. Not like everything else. I don't like sports. I don't like politics. I like television, music, and history. I'm the Greek nerd, number one Greek nerd of all time. Still am, unfortunately. Anyway, uh, because now this thing with the prostate cancer, it was bullied by a thing, but I beat it. I got rid of it. I beat his butt, and but in 2021, I had two operations. First one was, I had a lot of ill health, a lot of urine in me, and I didn't feel very well, and I had no taste in my mouth. Every time my mom cooks it, it tastes like paper. And it's disgusting. And I didn't eat. And I lost weight. I lost like 25 or 30 pounds. I did walking around, I lost a little weight, but I lost more. So when I went to see the doctor on April 27th for the checkup, he told me, no, you got to go to the hospital. You have urinary retention. And it's bad. So, okay. So we scheduled, I had to go home, get my things, go back to the house, and had myself admitted, and then waited for the operation. And what he did was he stretched out the tissue around my groin area, and he said it's very common among prostate cancer patients. So that was nothing. That's good. He was also a nephrologist too, and he said he found a kidney stone in there. Nice. So I recovered, and I remember I was there for 3 days. I didn't eat anything. I wasn't hungry, and I think I know what happened. Why I had no taste in my mouth. I think I had COVID. I got it from somebody, but I was vaccinated, double vaccinated, so I was okay. About a month later, it returned. I was okay. I just anything I taste when I tasted something sweet, it was delicious. When it was like steak, bread, nothing, any food, but if it was something sweet like pudding, ice cream, or something like a soft drink, yeah, that's fine. Water, not food, no. And then they scheduled me to have the kidney stone removed in July, and I did that, and that went well. They removed it, and then hopefully I'll see him soon. I called the office today, and they'll get me back to do a follow up because I haven't heard from him in 3 months. I hope so. I went to see my regular doctor Monday. He said I took some blood work. He says you look good. You lost weight. I had a little swelling on the legs. It's gone down, but I elevate my foot, my leg. I do my walking. I walk outside my driveway 60 laps a day every day. I haven't done it in a few days because it's cold. I couldn't do it going to the neighborhood, but maybe I'll go to the mall. We'll see what happens. I enjoyed it, and listen to my AirPods, listen to music, and I've noticed I'm thin, so that's good. Anyway, you know what? I get tired of crying, being sad and angry. I gotta think positive. So I beat this thing, thank God. And here's a message from me to all men, 40 or above. If you have any symptoms, if you feel funny, very strange, please go see your doctor. Have a PSA, have your PSA checked. Could be something wrong. It could save your life. Please go for an exam. It's embarrassing, but a lot of men don't want to do that. They're embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. It's ridiculous. Because I know a couple guys that were diagnosed. They did the radiation route. They're okay, but their chances of returning is a little greater than me because mine was removed and I could live longer, you know. And drawbacks of that is I can't have children or, perform sex. We'll see about that someday. Um, I'm not sad about it. I'm not married. Because next Tuesday, on October 4th, I'd be 59. That's almost 60. So that's the only drawback of, because there's no testosterone, but I'm alive. I'm alive and I'm here, with my mom and my brothers and my friends and family. When I was diagnosed in December 2019, we didn't say a word to anybody, nobody. Just my mom knew my brothers, and we made a pact. We wouldn't say a word until later because it was Christmas time and all that. So I decided in the January I would go online on social media and announce what's happened, and a lot of people were shocked. They were like devastated. Why didn't you tell us like that? So. I get a lot of support from my friends, family, people I used to work with, American Express Travel, from grade school, high school, and from my church, and also from the media. They've written because I've run Van Chicagoland as an account on Facebook, Twitter, and others. Also, I have two podcasts, Van Chicagoland Stories, TV Oblivion. Also have a blog, vanchicagoland.blog, if you want to check it out. And the media were, I get people from I was interviewed a couple of times in newspapers, on the radio, many times. Uh, Not television yet, but this Saturday I will be on the TV special Svengoolie Uncrypted on MeTV at 8 o'clock Saturday night. Because I attended Svengoolie Day in Berwyn about a couple of months ago, and you'll see me holding the sign. And they did a Zoom interview with me a couple of months, and I think I'll be in it. If it is, fine. If not, then I'll get a screenshot of the show and then to post it. We'll see. I had a ball. Svengoolie was hilarious. He makes me laugh. He still does. It was a lot of people thought that was a weird thing you did. I didn't do anything. I was invited. So what? But a lot of people are excited because they're fans of him. Anyway, that was a great highlight. That was wonderful. And also there was an article reading me in the Chicago Sun-Times recently by Natalie Moore. Thank you. And she contacted me on Instagram and said, "You run Van Chicago?" And I said, "Yeah." Okay, I'll write an article about you. It's still online if you want to read it. Help yourself. When I heard it was published, I ran out of the house to the nearest place to get a newspaper. I got it at Jewel. And then the funniest story was I asked the lady, "Where's your newspapers?" And she pointed out, and I brought one and I showed it. This is me. And then she commented, "Oh, I follow you on Facebook." That's cool. And I've been blessed. I've been blessed, by this account. I love to entertain people with simple things, no controversy. You want controversy, go watch the news. Don't look at me. Don't look at my stuff. I run a group, the Chicagoland group, also on Facebook. I'm over 119,000 members. What does that tell you? They love what I do, and I love obscure things. I really do. Find something and go, oh, I remember this. I forgot about this. Yeah, every day, and it's great. Okay, so that's what's going on my social media accounts. My, because right before this, I was very unhealthy, and when I worked at American Express Travel, I was inactive. I ate too much. We had hotel vendors. They brought pizza, cookies, cupcakes, muffins, sandwiches. Oh, every day practically. And I smoked and I sat and did my job. I love my job. I love the people and I love the company. I miss them to this day. And someone asked me if you want to come back to travel and do this job because you were wonderful. And I said, no, I don't want it. No, thank you. I am happy what I do now. Okay. So, like I said before, I'll keep you posted on my health status on social media. So, this is Kastanes. Please, thank you for listening to me. I'm a little sad talking about it, but I feel much better. So, keep in touch. And please listen to my podcasts. I have one. I do one twice. I do one twice a week. I try. So it's unscripted, unprofessional. It's sloppy, but it's me. But most people love it because it's the real me. Okay, so that would be all. Thank you again. Everyone have a good day. So long.